Okay po. Thank you, Director. Kailangan po sinabi.
guidance in the matters at hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Give us the desire to find ways to excel in our work. Help us to work together and encourage each other to excellence. We ask that we would challenge each other to reach a higher and farther to be the best we can be. We ask this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. For the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. For the members of the Bids and Awards Committee too, we have our Vice Chairperson, Director Naneti Alama. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
For our regular member, Director Rusty C. Osias. Good afternoon po. For our two provisional members, we have Director Ferdinand B. Pitagan. Good afternoon. And Ms. Encarnacion T. Esquad.
Good afternoon.
Also present here from our technical working group, we have Mr. Ray Valenzuela, Mr. Mark Ray Conde, Mr. Gilbert Manukdok, Mr. Ramil Santillan, and Mr. Joseph Santiago. Also present here from our end user representative, Engineer Marvin De La Cruz. Also present here from Commission on Audit, Ms. Judilyn S. Rubio. Good afternoon po. And from the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Field Operations, Attorney Johnson Alarsho. Also present here from the Procurement Management Service, our Director, Director 4, Director Roan L. Orebia. Good afternoon po. And from the Back Secretariat Division, we have Mr. Joshua Mercado, Ms. Karina Jamin, Mr. Rodrin Balya, Mr. Christopher Lodovice, and I am Teo Jeremiah Baguio. From our prospective bidders, we have 20 prospective bidders. If I call your company name po, please state your name na lang po. First is from Software One, Lawrence Kaisip. Next po is from Crayon Philippines.
Good afternoon, I'm Chester. I'm with Gabriel. Thank you.
Next po is from Maroon Studios Inc.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Jen Mondero from Maroon, together with Mr. Jerome Napasana. Thank you.
Next po is from My BCB. My BCB. Next po is from PLDT Inc. First Data Corp. Amazon Services. Next po is from Amazon Services. Next po is from Frick IT Solutions. Sorry. AB Law Office. Next po is from AB Law Office. Next po is from Inventive Transformation Philippines Inc. Next po is from Oraid Philippines Corp. Oracle, sorry po. Next po is from Digili Technologies. Sorry. Digile. And last po is from Asia Prime Commodities. Last po is from Signer Max Corporation. Signer Max. Okay po. That would be all po, Madam Chair.
No. Thank you very much. We shall now proceed with the briefing of our WAC Secretariat, but you just read the important things. Since this already posted, we could just move to the crucial things. Please proceed.
Noted po, Madam Chair. For the pre-bid conference, for the purpose of the pre-bid conference, first is to clarify and address bidders' questions on different aspects of the procurement at hand, and for bidders to fully understand the requirements. Note that any statement issued shall not modify the terms unless in writing and issued through supplemental bulletin. We invited through letters dated November 17, 2023, our observers from civil society organizations, namely Commission on Audit, NAMFREL, Ansea Foundation, Inc., Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and Government Watch. For the project information for the end user or PMO, we have the Information and Communications Technology Service, Technology Infrastructure Division or ICT-STID, with a source of fund, DCP 2023 current fund, and the date of advertisement and posting of invitation to bid last November 17, 2023, through PhilJEP's DepEd website, Facebook, and DepEd Bulletin Board. For the approved budget for the contract, we have line number 1 with a description of cloud subscription credit with the quantities or licenses of 4,400 with the ABC of 340,788,224. For the start of the issuance of the bidding documents is last November 17, 2023. With the amount of the bidding documents shall be 50,000. Payment in checks should be made payable to DEX or Sectras. Bidding documents may be downloaded at the following websites: notices.philjobs.gov.ph and deped.gov.ph. Number of prospective bidders that purchased the bidding documents as of November 23, 2023 is 0. The pre-bid conference is open to all interested parties who have or have not bought the bidding documents. So for here are the salient points of the bidding documents. Is first, we have the invitation to bid and instruction to bidders. Prospective bidders should have completed within a period of 7 years immediately preceding the deadline for the submission of bids. Single largest completed contract or SLCC is similar to the contract to be bid, and the value of which adjusted if necessary by the bidder to the current prices using the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA. Consumer Price Index must be at least 50% of the ABC of the lot bid for. So for the purpose of the track record requirement, contract similar to the project shall refer to the supply and delivery of cloud hosting services. For this purpose, the similar contract should have been completed within a period of 7 years immediately preceding the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Then under ITB Clause 7.1 subcontracting shall not be allowed. For ITB Clause 9, request for clarification for an interpretation must be in writing and submitted at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set of the submission and receipt of bids. The procuring entity's address is to ASEC Francis Cesar B. Bringas, the Bids and Awards Committee 2. For BDSI TB Clause 12, the price of the goods shall be quoted DDP or DepEd Central Office or applicable international commercial terms or Incoterms. For this project, bid prices should be written in 2 decimal places only. Bid prices that are written in more than 2 decimal places shall be round off. Results of bid evaluation that will exceed the ABC shall be a ground for ground for rejection of the bids. For ITB Clause 14.1, bid security form and amount if other than bid security declaration. If you are opt to use the bid securities in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, it should be 2% of the ABC, amounting to 6,815,764.48. And if you will be using the bid security in surety bond, it should be 5% of the ABC, amounting to 17,039,411 pesos and 20 centavos. For ITB Clause 15, the original technical component, the bidder shall enclose their original eligibility and technical documents in one sealed envelope marked original technical component, and their original financial component in another sealed envelope marked as original financial component. And please take note that in the event of any discrepancy between the original and the copy, the original shall prevail. Showing on the screen on how you will mark your bids. For ITB Clause 15, unsealed or unmarked bid envelopes shall be rejected. However, bid envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding documents shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bids as submitted. The BAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or for its premature opening. Online submission of bids is not allowed. For ITB class 19.3, for the description is cloud subscription credit with the licenses or quantities of 4,400 with the ABC of 340,788,224. And showing on the screen on how you will compute your NFCC, current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus the value of all outstanding or uncompleted portions of the projects under ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started. For ITB clause 19.5, in case of a joint venture, the NFCC shall be computed based on the audited financial statement of the local lead partner, unless it is shown by clear proof that the other partners to the joint venture have infused capital investment to support the operation of the local lead partner to ensure compliance with the obligations under the contracts in this project, in which case the NFCC of the foreign joint venture or the minority partner of the joint venture shall be computed. For this purpose, the local lead partner shall be that person, organization, company identified in the joint venture agreement or in the letters of intents for potential JV partners shown to have the controlling stake in the JV and who must be registered as a Filipino company or business entity. For easier reference, participating JVs or prospective JV partners must indicate their JVs or letter of intent, the local lead partner appointed by them. For ITB Clause 20.1, within a non-extendable period of 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the BAC that it submitted the LCB, the bidder shall submit the following requirements. For SCC Clause 1 delivery and documents, the required services must be rendered the service provider in accordance with the specification and other requirements indicated in the bidding documents and or as may be reasonably deemed necessary to effect the full and timely performance of the services shall be rendered at the designated delivery site, the PED Central Office to be determined by the Information and Communications Technology Service, Technology Infrastructure Division. For purposes of this clause, the representative of the Department of Education at the delivery site shall be the ICT STID through the PED Central Office, Engineer Marvin M. De La Cruz for the end user unit and Mr. Albert Alano for the inspectorate team. For SCC Clause 2.2 Schedule of Payment, 100% of the contract price shall be paid to the service provider within 60 days after the date of acceptance of the services rendered at the delivery site and upon submission of the following documents. For the performance security shall not contain any deletion, crossing out, expunction, or any form of correction. Otherwise, the PED may reject such security if any intercalation, superimposition, or alteration affects any material information or feature of the document. For this schedule of requirement, within 7 calendar days from the date of the receipt of the notice to proceed, or NTP for migration, if required, must be done within 2 hours and downtime must not be more than an hour. For the technical specifications, bidders must state here either comply or not comply against each of the individual parameters of each specification, stating the corresponding performance parameter of the equipment offered. Statement of comply or not comply must be supported by evidence in a bidder's bid and cross-reference to the evidence. Evidence shall be in the form of manufacturer's unamended sales, literature, and conditional statements of specification and compliance issued by the manufacturer. Samples, independent test data, etc. as appropriate. A statement that is not supported by evidence or is subsequently found to be contradicted by the evidence presented will render the bid under evaluation liable for rejection. A statement either in the bidder's statement of compliance or the supporting evidence that is found to be false either during bid evaluation, post-qualification, or the execution of the contract may be regarded as fraudulent and render the bidder or supplier liable for prosecution subject to the applicable laws and issuances. So for the technical specifications, we will just run through for this document. Then for the checklist of technical and financial documents, we have the Class A documents. For Class B documents, bidders are requested to fill out the checklist and attach the same to the submitted eligibility documents for the efficiency of checking and cross-referencing back. Non-submission of and/or unfilled form shall not render the bidder disqualified. In case of the discrepancy, the information in the submitted eligibility documents shall prevail. For the deadline for submission and opening of bids must be duly received by the back secretariat on or before December 6, 8:30 a.m. For the bid opening same day, 9 a.m. For the venue, Bulwagan ng Karunungan Rizal Building, DepEd Complex, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City, and late bids shall not be accepted. No contact rule under Section 32.1 of the IRR of RA 9184. Members of the BAC, including its staff and personnel, as well as its secretariat and TWG, are prohibited from making or accepting any communication with any bidder regarding the evaluation of their bids until the issuance of the notice of award. However, the BAC, through its secretariat, may ask in writing the bidder for a clarification of its bid. All responses to requests for clarification shall be in writing. For the deadline of the letter for clarification is until November 28, 2023, 4 p.m. Email to depedcentral.backsecretariat@deped.gov.ph, and please use your official business email in sending your queries and or clarifications. That would be all po, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. We encourage the prospective bidders to just look into your copies, your soft copies with you, and then you may shoot your queries now. And anyone who has a question, clarification, please, please approach the mic and state your name. There's none. Are you sure? Anyone? Oh, you again. Sige, go ahead. Please approach the mark. uh,
Teka, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, regarding ma'am sana ma'am dun sa ano, Ronel Bolano po pala ma'am from Quick IT Solutions, just like I've said this morning. Yung requirement ma'am natin, na-mention lang ma'am na parang wala tayong migration cost ma'am, no? Parang sa requirement kasi parang walang migration cost eh. So if ever na kung ano yung current na ginagamit ni DepEd na cloud infrastructures, magiging sagot ng kung sino mang manalo, if na iba sa ginagamit ni DepEd ngayon, magiging sagot niya yung migration cost. So parang advantage na siya ma'am to the current na ginagamit ni DepEd na solution. So thank you po.
Sir Marvin.
What's the question? Good afternoon. Sorry, Ron. I was in the comfort room.
Okay lang po sir. Sir, baka saka or ano ba sir, kasama ba ano sir na parang hindi ba siya sir parang advantage na sir sa current na ginagamit ni DepEd? Kasi walang migration cost doon sa ano sir, parang sinasabi sa TOR na yung migration cost will be handled by the if ever man na no, the migration cost will be handled by the new winning bidder. So parang nagiging ano sir na medyo advantage na siya sa current na ginagamit ni DepEd. Thank you.
Oo. Doon sa TOR nga, nakalagay doon, the migration cost would be handled by the bidder. So, doon sa computation of your bid, yung sa final, please quantify that kung kailangan nyo talagang may migration cost. Kasi we cannot specify a particular amount for migration. As you could see, different providers would have different migration costs. So hindi kami pwedeng maglagay ng migration cost would be this or that. So ang inaano namin, if there would be a great amount for the migration cost, factor it in your bidding price. Okay ba yan? Sige, thank you.
Any more? Yes, please. Please approach the mic.
Hello po. Yung sa under general requirements po, under number 5, yung the cloud hosting provider must have contracting experience with the government for at least 12 years. Yes po. Can you relax this at least for 10 years?
Please put it in writing and we would put that under consideration.
Okay po.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, may we request the bidder to state their company name and the name po
Yes, please. Please go ahead.
for the record lang po.
Jemerson from my ABCB. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pierce from Software One. So I have three questions po. So number one is, in the scenario po na wherein yung requested credits depleted before the 1 year contract, just want to know what is the Fed's approach? Are they gonna top up, or kung ano po yung magiging approach ni DepEd for those kind of scenario? Thank you.
As you can see dun sa TOR kasi there's no provision for topping up and the subscription is good for 1 year. That is why upon winning, the bidder who would win, we would do the cleaning up of the resources and spreading that license, that provision for 1 year. Kasi hindi nga kami we don't have any additional budget for top up. Kunyari, yun nga sinasabi mo, for this particular, kunyari 6 months pa lang naubos na yung credit natin. Wala kasi kaming provisions to top up. So, isa yun sa mga gagawin natin with the prospective winner on how we would spread the resources accordingly for 1 year before the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you po. Then my next question would be, in the listed cloud services, given the SKU specifications were not included, may we know what is the expected output or outcome or inputs from the bidder regarding the bidder's actual offer? Sa summary of cloud hosting workloads and services. Kasi even dun po sa description, wala pong nakalagay na SKU, yung mga compute, RAM, and so on and so forth. So we just want to understand what is the expected output po namin or ilalagay namin dun sa bidder's actual offer. Is it the cost po ba or we will just, let's say for example, we're offering Azure. We just mentioned their Azure virtual machines. Ganun po ba?
Bali sir, yung nasa summary of cloud po, doon na lang tayo mag-base po kung ano po yung required ni DepEd. Doon po natin i-ano yung offer natin.
Ayun sir, kasi wala pong nakalagay na SKUs. So therefore, we can provide an offer na, let's say for example, let's just consider lang a virtual machine on Azure, no? So yung usually kapag binigyan nyo na 8 cores, then 64 RAM, so dun kami maglalagay ng offer. Dito po kasi wala pong nakalagay na ganun. Just the quantities, the operating systems and such.
Sir, it is understanding namin is kami bali yung di ba dapat meron kayong range ng kung ilan yung SKU na pwede yung ilan yung RAM, ilan yung storage na po pwede yung i-allocate para sa amin. Tapos kami na po yung mag-allocate ng mga ano na yon. So siguro parang kailangan available sa amin yung resources na yon pag kailangan namin na pag ginati-hati namin sa mga systems namin.
So yung ang expected output po namin na ilalagay dito sa actual sa bidder's actual offer po dun sa column is the price po ba or the Azure specific services that we'll be offering.
For example, sa disk halimbawa,
Yes po.
nakalagay dyan 810.
Yes po.
Dapat yun din po yung i-offer nyo na quantity. Oo.
Quantity. Okay. Pero it's not the price po. Parang lalagay lang namin 810 managed disk, for example. Ganun lang po.
Yes po.
Okay. Sige po. Then, yung last question ko po would be, under the other requirements, hold on. Under dun sa other requirement, nung section ba to? Same section, page 50. Yan. So, just want to ask, should the bidder craft or create the following items listed in the TOR for DepEd? Or yung listed documents po ba is already available? And if ever the winning bidder will just collect it from the principal cloud provider or the current or the previous cloud subscription fulfiller?
Napakiulit lang, sir.
Yung question po dito sa other requirements, kasi it was mentioned, architecture documents, implementation configuration documents, handover, operation monitoring documents, backup and restore, inventory, cost analysis report. So we just want to understand, ito po bang mga needs and documents na to, should the winning bidder provide or craft or create yung following items listed? Or the listed documents are already available and the winning bidder should just need to collect it from the principal cloud provider or from the previous cloud fulfiller?
Yung question mo is, of all these documents, do you need to provide or you just collect it from us? You need to provide. Kasi nakalagay nga, the cloud hosting provider should provide. So regardless whether we have currently have these documents, but you need to give us all the corresponding documents for review.
Okay, so gagawan po namin kayo ng architecture sa mga systems niyo.
Architecture, configurations hanggang doon sa cost analysis reports.
Okay po. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Clarify lang po natin yung sa, ano, sa migration cost. That's already inclusive. Ha, sir? Opo. Thank you. Inclusive of the cost. Yes po. Yes.
Pwede ding, kasi what we would look at is your bidding price, di ba? So, thank you.
Some more questions? Yes, please. Approach the mic, ma'am.
Hello po, good afternoon from First Data Corp. So, clarify clarify ko po, what is the agreement of the existing subscription? Is this under EA po? Yes. Enterprise agreement po. Alright. And it will stay as EA pa rin po. Then, okay, so hello. Sorry, it's my first time to use this po. Hello. Ayun. Ayun po, sa knowledge transfer, so this will be handled by the winning bidder. And for the basic uh, basic certification training, so may we ask po kung ilan po yung attendees for na-attend for the training?
Whoever would win, we would do the scoping, the scope of work. Kung ilan yung ititrain dapat, ilan yung engineers na available namin, ilan yung kailangan yung ibigay na certification. We will do that scope of work. Pero Teo, can you go to the training? Oo. Ayan, yun nga tayo yung nasa unahan. Yan. Ayan should provide hands-on technical training. So, we could give you a ballpark figure kasi of how many people now are handling our cloud service. Pero as I've mentioned, kung sino man yung mananalong bidder, we would do the actual scoping kasi we want to expand the personnel na pwedeng maghawak ng cloud service. Thank you.
Hello po.
Okay na po.
Ayun po. Ayun. Regarding naman po sa application that are already hosted in your cloud hosting po. So, are there any more application na plano nyo to be hosted po?
Yes.
Okay. And who will be the responsible for loading or hosting the application po?
It would depend on the scope of work. So, ang binibili namin is the cloud. So most of the time, if there are new application, our people would be the one responsible in the ICTS will be responsible in putting it on the cloud. Mm.
All right. So another po is dun po sa Microsoft Active Directory configuration. So are we repairing po sa Azure AD here or meron po kayong on-prem AD pa?
Wala nang on-prem.
On-prem.
Naka-cloud.
Okay, for Azure lang po. And for the firewall configuration, are we repairing po kay Azure firewall or meron po kayong another firewall like for example Sophos?
Meron kaming on-prem na firewall. Sa cloud meron din.
Pero it will be uh, s- kasali sa scope of work ng winning bidder uh, yung existing firewall niyo po?
Na on-prem? Hindi.
Opo. Ay, hindi po.
Sa ano lang. Cloud lang yung binibili namin, so doon lang yung services na kailangan.
Okay. And also po sa certification naman, sir, we have here the 5 Cloud Certified Administrator Associate, and for the 3 Cloud Solution Architect Expert slash Professional. So can we relax this at least to 2 instead of 3 po?
Sige, we would put it in writing. We would consider that for consideration. Thank you.
And ayun po, for the training, what is the preferred setup po? Online or on-site po?
Face to face.
Face to face. Ang venue po is dito din po ba? Or si winning bidder yung magpa-provide ng venue?
For scoping na siguro sa
For scoping, but since we provide service for the central office as well as to other offices, we prefer to do it here para mas on-call din yung mga tao namin kung talagang kailangan din. Thank you.
Ayun po. Thank you po.
Some more? Yes, please.
Dino Javier from PLDT. Can we request for the inventory of the and breakdown of specifications of the current systems, including the list of applications, to properly size everything from our
Sige.
end?
Okay.
Thank you.
Any more? Yes, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen from First Data Corp. For the SLCC, ma'am, would it be possible for the contract to be used to have um, other license subscriptions in the contract? I mean, it's not just pure cloud contract.
For the LCC, it should be supply and delivery of cloud hosting services, so purely cloud,
Okay.
not other services or other projects.
Okay, thank you.
Dino Javier ulit po, PLDT. Just to clarify, sir, um, any cloud services ang you pertaining to that one.
Cloud hosting,
So requesting to relax that also, sir, for cloud services po,
cloud
not
services,
just hosting.
not just hosting. Please put it in writing again so we could take that into consideration.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Some more queries? No more? Are you sure? If you have questions, yes, please. Oh, yeah.
Ma'am, I just have a question on item number 2, cloud hosting and service page po under cloud hosting and services page 34. Yeah, the migration if required should be done using native solution that can migrate the workload ecosystems within a 2-hour window and less than an hour downtime for all workloads. So, yung query namin, ma'am, is can we extend the migration period with maybe about 2 weeks and less than an hour downtime for all workloads, because the 2-hour migration period will limit the bidding to the only one cloud service provider po. So this have a basis na po?
Please put that into writing and we will take that into consideration. Ang suggestion nyo is for the migration to 2 weeks, pero there's no downtime. Yung
Yes
the
po,
downtime
take
would
downtime, yes po.
the downtime would stay.
Yes.
Okay, sige. Please put it in writing. We would take that into consideration.
Sir, another one po.
Mm.
Yung regarding po sa item 2 sa DevOps, the cloud solution provide must be in the 2023 Gartner Leader for DevOps platform. Can we remove this specification at this point to this specific Gartner kasi sir will only have for one cloud service provider?
Sige, please also call that out as a recommendation and we would reconsider this provision. Thank you.
po.
Any more? Some more? May I remind the guests that although you will be sending us your queries and suggestions and recommendations, we would also like to emphasize that we will be choosing the best and the quality of all the services that you're going to provide. So it doesn't mean that you are going to provide us with your recommendations. You will embrace all those recommendations. It's still the decision of the end user and the TWG for this concern. So, yun lang po. Baka kasi kanina in the morning, may nagtanong na nag-raise sila ng concern and recommendation and then na-DQ pa rin sila during the bid opening. It doesn't mean kasi na nag-recommend ka, we will be able to accommodate. Yun na. So, we will still study your recommendations. I hope this one is clear for everybody. Thank you. Any more questions?
Just a reminder, I think it would be best if you ask your questions now, not later pag lumabas kayo at kayo na rin ang magtanungan ha. Kasi hindi masasagot ng pagtatanungan nyo yung tanong ninyo. Yes, so ayun. Ito, parang familiar sa akin to. Kaninang umaga pa to tanong ng tanong. Sige.
Sir, naghihintay lang po ng questions galing sa technical team namin, sir. Ito sir, sabi nila, calling for a native migration tool means any other CSP aside from Azure can offer migration services. Services provider and partner should have its pick of migration tools to use. Kasi parang ang sinasabi sir na may native lang daw na migration tool specific na migration tool na gagamitin sa TOR. So are we not parang hindi ba kami bibigyan ng option na kami yung pipili sir ng migration tool na gagamitin sana po namin? Thank you.
Sige, again, put that into writing so we would convene the technical working group and some of our experts for consideration.
Ayun po. So, is it possible po na pwedeng ma-extend yung submission of bid po to this? Ay, hindi. So, it's December 6 po. Okay, yan po. Thank you.
Sorry, ma'am, kasi we are also following a tight timeline. That's why we cannot adjust. So, any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
When po ma-release yung bid bulletin and until when can we send the queries po? At 20. Ayan, okay.
For the bid bulletin po, we will be issued the bid bulletin on November 29, 7 calendar days before the bid opening.
Okay. Take note, if you have letters to submit to us, send it to us before November 28 or on the day, November 28. Okay. Some more queries? Yes, okay.
PJ from Oracle. On page 44 about PCI 3DS, Given that DepEd naman is not a finance organization, can we say remove the requirement? The PCI 3DS. Mm.
Sige sir, we put it in writing and we would discuss it again and consider because there are projects now that would involve online payment, online transactions, and some other interface with financial institutions. That's why this is included. But please put it in writing for consideration. Thank you.
Everything is clear? No more questions? Hearing none, I believe everybody is already amenable to all the questions answered. Tama na ba? So if you do have concerns, please write us as soon as possible. And please take note of the timeline. Okay, so we thank you for coming over and I hope to see you all in the bid opening. Thank you very much po.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
I second the motion.
Motion accepted. Good afternoon to all.